Does being grateful make you weak? Being thankful for what you have in life, does that kill your motivation to do better? I was talking to a tech CEO a few days ago, someone who's also a good friend of mine. And he asked me, he said, "Hey, I've been watching this YouTube series you're doing on being happy and being successful. What's going to be your number one tip?" And I told him that the topic was going to be on gratitude, the topic for this video. And he said something that I'd never heard before. He said he thought being too grateful or too thankful actually makes one weak. Focusing too much on what you have, being happy with where you are in life, just kills your motivation to want to do better, to improve yourself. I had never heard of such an explanation before, so I got very curious. So I came home and did some research. Turns out in 2014, American University professor Anthony Ahrens and his graduate students did 3 different studies that found that people who value independence very highly disliked gratitude and thought it made them weak. So it wasn't just my friend who thought this way. But just because many people think this way, does it mean that showing gratitude is not important? I'm going to say no, and hence the topic for today's video, and number 1 on the series, 8 habits for a successful and happy life. Live a life of gratitude. Pay attention to this part now. Practicing gratitude does the same thing to your mind that varnishing does to wood, that paint does to steel. Why do we varnish wood? We do it to protect it against moisture, against scratches. Why do we paint steel? To protect it against rust, so that when it's exposed to sunshine and rain on all that harsh climate out there, it can still stay good and not rust. Your mind also needs a protective layer. It needs a protective layer so that it can deal with the crazy curveballs that life throws at you. And practicing gratitude can help you with that. So that if you do get hit by one of those crazy curveballs, you know how to get back up and how to keep moving. But my gratitude exercise is different than others. I tried doing the thing that most people ask you to do. Be thankful for the roof over my head, the food on my table. And if that works for you, that's great. It just didn't work for me. I didn't feel anything. I was saying all of these things. I was sometimes writing them down before I go to bed, after I wake up. But I just felt like a robot who was saying the same things over and over again, but just wasn't feeling anything. So I came up with my own method. My gratitude exercise involves remembering the people who had an impact on my life. It's about recognizing that my mind is what it is today because it was influenced by teachers, parents, family, friends, co-workers. It's about understanding that whatever they did for me was out of love and because they cared about me at a certain level. Wherever I'm in life today, no matter what I've accomplished, I realize and acknowledge the fact that I didn't make this journey on my own. If you have someone in your life who had a positive impact on you, reach out to them, stay in touch with them. Forgive them if they ever made you mad and help them out if they ever need your help. Because remember, real gratitude is not about saying the same 2 sentences like a parrot every single day. It's a physical act. No one is a self-made person. Whether we want to accept it or not, others did have an impact and influence on us to become who we are today. Maybe it was a parent, a teacher, a friend, a neighbor, who knows? The whole idea of a lone wolf is only good in movies and stories. In real life, the lone wolf always dies, but the pack survives. So find your pack and stick with them. Not everyone that I encountered in my life was positive and good to me. There were many people who were mean and did horrible things to me. And I'm sure the same thing happened to you. I used to remember those experiences and just be angry all the time, being frustrated and feeling, why me? Why did this have to happen to me? It's funny that now, when I look back at those experiences, I'm actually thankful that they happened. Because I learned something from each of those bad experiences. And they all contributed to me being who I am today. The truth is, some of those horrendous experiences motivated me more than kind words ever did. They made me want to go out and make something of myself. It's not easy to forgive those who have wronged you. And honestly, it's something that I'm still working on. And I'm not suggesting that you start becoming thankful for your horrible experiences in life. That's your decision and that's your journey. I'm just saying that don't be surprised if you find yourself letting go of the past as you practice gratitude the way I described it. Here are a few people who shaped my mind and helped me become what I am today. Some of them advised me on what to do and what not to do in life. Some of them inspired me with their own uniqueness and motivated me to become a better version of myself. Some of them were always there for me with unconditional love, no matter how big a mess I'd gotten myself into. I often think about these people and I wonder what my life would have been without them. Practice gratitude. If not for the right reasons, just do it because it's going to bring you calmness, perspective, and happiness in life. I will see you in the next episode. Until then, be kind to yourself. I am Mark Talukdar and I build people.